This is a message for the single girlies in their 30s. I have something that you absolutely have to hear, and this is coming from someone that met my husband at 35. I got married at 38 and just had my first baby at 39. So I get it. It is rough out there.
I make a lot of money. I'm successful. I go to the gym. My body's banging, but I'm still single. Why is that? And I'm like, because
I'm 31. I'm single. I've never been in a relationship. I obviously have never been married. I don't have any children. I'm actually currently living with my parents, and I am just trying to reach other women who are in similar situations or other women who are like me.
They say they don't need anyone, but they post videos begging for validation. They spent their 20s avoiding commitment, and now they sell independence while confessing loneliness. Men aren't worth it. Time doesn't matter until it does. This video exposes what nobody wants to admit about women over 30s in relationships.
This is a message for the single girlies in their 30s. I have something that you absolutely have to hear, and this is coming from someone that met my husband at 35. I got married at 38 and just had my first baby at 39. So I get it. It is rough out there, and this is what you need to hear. I just got off the phone with my younger brother, who is 37. He lives here in Austin. I asked him, what are you up to tonight? It's a Thursday. And he said that he has two of his guy friends coming to his apartment, and together they're going to practice a new recipe because one of these guys met a girl online dating and wants to make this recipe for her, and so they're all going to make it together and make sure it's good enough. Are you kidding? Like, how wholesome and amazing and sweet. And I just couldn't help but share this because I know how it feels to think like all the good guys are gone. And these are three guys in their mid to late 30s that have great jobs. They are single, never been married, no kids, and they are looking for their wives. They are looking for their soulmates. They want to have families. And I just had to share this because I remember that feeling of there are no good guys left. They've all been married in their late 20s and it's too late for us. And it is not too late. So if you are seeing this, don't give up hope. I know for sure there are three amazing, attractive, successful men in Austin that are looking for single gals in their 30s. So don't give up.
She tries to spread hope, but underneath, she reveals the anxiety she lived with for years. The story about three guys cooking together is sweet, but it also shows something simple. Serious men still exist because they're focused on building, not performing independence. The issue is that many women only start believing this after 35, when time has already charged interest on past choices. It's not that good men disappeared, they were ignored while she was chasing something else. Loneliness doesn't disappear with motivational talk. It disappears when priorities are aligned early.
I'm 31. I'm single. I've never been in a relationship. I obviously have never been married. I don't have any children. I'm actually currently living with my parents, and I am just trying to reach other women who are in similar situations or other women who are like me and they feel alone. I share about things like this on the internet, and I get vulnerable on the internet because I spent basically all my 20s feeling super alone and isolated. I struggled with a lot of mental illnesses and my life was kind of on hold. So I was basically trying to survive. And I always end up on the wrong side of TikTok and get a lot of hate. And you know what? I've just accepted it because of what I share. But I truly believe there's so many women like me, and I'm trying to reach you. So if this is you and you're a girl's girl and you want to make friends, or you just want to chat online, or you want this to be a safe space for you, I want you to join. And if you follow me right now or already have or have seen my content, I also want you to let me know what you want to see, like what is going to be helpful for you if you're in a similar situation or you feel like you can relate to me in any way possible. You don't have to be the same as me, like you don't have to be single or not have kids or anything like that. The cool thing about social media is that we get to connect on so many different levels, no matter where we are in our life. Like I share so much more other than just being single. I share a lot about learning how my brain works and friendships and just like so many different things. So I'm hoping this reaches the right people. I am forever learning so much about myself and life and just how to navigate anything. My 20s were super hard, and now that I've entered my 30s, I feel like I have a better understanding of what I want out of life and like the people I want in my life, how I want to be treated, like the friendships I feel like I deserve, the relationship that I feel like I deserve, and what I actually want out of that. And I will continue to say it. Like, I do not want to settle just to be in a relationship. I want to be with someone who I know I deserve and what I dream of the relationship being. And people will say, you're going to be single forever if you do that. I don't believe that. I believe I deserve it. So that's all that matters. But anyway, you're so welcome here. Please introduce yourself and comment, and I would love to get to know you. Thank you. Bye.
Here, the loneliness is obvious, even when she tries to turn it into an online community. The I deserve mindset comes before any real proof of building a relationship. Not wanting to settle is valid, but spending years overanalyzing yourself, protecting yourself, and avoiding risk creates exactly what she says she's fighting: isolation. Maturity isn't just knowing what you want. It's learning how to coexist, compromise, and grow together. A relationship isn't a reward for emotional survival. When everything becomes self-expression and public therapy, real connection is always postponed.
What's the worst part about being single in your 30s? It's the fact that you start to settle down even though you have no one to settle down with. You can feel yourself wanting to slow down. You are tired, okay? And that's not even the worst part. You know what the worst part is, especially if you were someone who really liked going out, is that a lot of the men who I have kissed in this lifetime has been from a drunken encounter. There is nothing better than a dance floor makeout, okay? But because I don't like going out as much anymore, I have no one to kiss. The last man I kissed was in May, guys. It's honestly kind of tragic. It's like everyone else who is settled down but they're in a relationship. Oh, good night, kiss. Oh, good morning, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss all the time. Me? I have no one to kiss because I'm not getting drunk enough to kiss a stranger. I'm also not leaving my house. Like, what am I gonna do? Make out with my DoorDash delivery man? I don't know how that's gonna work because I want them to leave it at the door. And then I'm not opening my door until I know that they are long gone. So yeah, if you were to ask me what is the worst part about being single in your 30s, honestly, like, that's it. Everything else it's kind of okay. But yeah, I just want someone to make out with, okay?
This story exposes the consequence of a prolonged casual lifestyle. When the bars close, youth fades, and energy drops, what's left is emptiness. Random makeouts were always entertainment, never a foundation. Now she doesn't miss the man. She misses constant validation. The problem isn't going out less, it's never having built intimacy outside chaos. Relationships aren't born from alcohol, they're built through routine, presence, and commitment. When life slows down, those who lived only on impulse realize there's no one waiting at home.
This is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I truly believe being a woman in your early 30s and single is truly the hardest. Societal pressure is at an all-time high to be in a relationship. Most of your friends are gonna be in relationships, they're gonna be married, they're gonna have kids. So you're gonna feel that pressure even more, and sometimes you're gonna feel extremely isolated. Constantly deal with people asking you about your relationship status. Why aren't you dating? Who are you dating? The fear starts to kick in that you're running out of time. Pressure to settle for someone who might not actually fit the things that you're looking for. There's such a limited pool of men that are actually available. Most 31-year-old single men haven't really done the work. Jesse from Summer House, for example, he's going to jump from one girl to the next because he's tall, probably has a good job, lives in New York. So men that are in their early 30s are not really an option for us. And dating older, they're typically creepy or they just want a trophy wife. And dating younger, they're just mentally not there. Probably aren't looking for the same things. It's so challenging to manage a career while struggling to navigate the dating scene, actually find a meaningful connection. Then you also hit this point when you're in your 30s where you're really secure in knowing what you want, actually okay being alone, but you're worried about people labeling you as undesirable or unsuccessful because of your single relationship status. Like you're missing out on experiences that you would have if you did have a partner. And admittedly, I am a little bit fixed in my ways when it comes to my routine. When I was in my 20s, I was a bit more spontaneous with my day-to-day, and you're going out a lot more. So as of right now, I am not dating. I am just focusing on my friendships, my career, and me, and that feels right.
She's right about the pressure, but wrong to put all the blame on men. When every type of man is labeled unfit, the issue stops being the market and becomes the filter. Too much self-security turns into rigidity, and rigidity pushes people away. Focusing only on career and friendships is comfortable, but it's also a polished way to avoid emotional frustration. Saying you're fine alone while fearing being seen as undesirable is a contradiction. Relationships require flexibility, not total control. Those waiting for the perfect fit usually end up fitting only with themselves.
The hardest thing about being single in 2021 is understanding that if you have standards And if you don't accept a lot of BS, then you're going to have to wait longer. I get so many women who ask me, hey, I've been single for this long, but I have a great job. I'm beautiful. I, make a lot of money. I'm successful. I go to the gym. My body's banging, but I'm still single. Why is that? And I'm like, because men don't approach or want to give you the level of effort it takes to get you. Not that you're hard to get just because you require effort. Because for some reason, it seems like effort is a cuss word right now. Even if you just require them to do simple things like respect me or be faithful or like call me or like want to meet up. So ladies, hang in there. That's all I gotta say.
This mindset mixes truth with self-deception. Yes, standards matter, but confusing standards with one-sided demands is the mistake. Beauty, money, and a great body don't replace femininity, partnership, and reciprocity. Men don't run from effort. They run from feeling like they'll never be enough. When everything becomes a test, a demand, or constant validation, the relationship starts already exhausted. Waiting longer isn't the problem. Waiting without re-examining your own behavior is. A relationship isn't a display of qualities. It's energy exchange, respect, and daily effort.
I'm 30 years old and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating. I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date. I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits. I did the move in with a guy thing and I like daydreamed about it my entire life and I didn't. I was like, ew, like this is literally like free labor and also like free S work. The thing is for me, I'm hyper independent. Like I have literally lived in 5 different cities by the time I was 30 and I moved every single time by myself. I also bought a place when I was 25, a mortgage on my own. I know how to do electrical work. I know how to patch drywall. Like as long as I have a YouTube video, I'm good. I own my own business. I set up an LLC. I'm literally doing all these things. And when a man is literally trying to pen pal with me just to be casual, like it gives me the ick because like, what the fuck? Like, what do you have to offer? Oh, you pay for my dinner. Oh, you pay for my drinks. You pay for my trip. Okay, like I can do that myself. The appeal is not there. Unless a man is truly making my life significantly easier, I would rather be single than be in bad company.
Here, rejecting relationships has become an identity. She turns self-sufficiency into emotional armor. Being able to do everything on your own is admirable, but using that to disqualify every man reveals fear of dependence, not strength. Relationships don't exist to prove who needs less. They exist to add value. When she says men never make a woman's life easier, she's talking about her experience, not reality. The issue isn't independence. It's not knowing how to be a partner. In the end, this mindset doesn't protect against loneliness. It just makes it permanent and rationalized.